In this video, we're going to learn how to set up our studio in SketchUp and also learn how to create awesome product renders in V-Ray for SketchUp. Let's go. I'm going to start off by creating a box. So I'm going to give it a size of 8 feet or 2400 mm, comma, 16 feet and press enter. So this is our studio. Now I'm going to make this a block. So double click on the face, right click on make group, enter the group and push it up by 8 feet. Alright, now I'm going to reverse these faces. So right click, reverse face, select all of them and reverse them, and then select the outside face here and click on delete. So now we have a box. Now most studios have a rounded off edge. So I'm going to round off these edges. So I'm going to select this edge and this edge, and I'm going to use the round corner plugin, which you can download from Sketchucation website. Click on round corner, and I'm going to give an offset of say 2 feet. So that's around 600 mm. So once you've given the value here for offset, just simply click outside to make an offset. Alright, so we made an offset. And now I'm going to place a model in my scene, which I can use to create a product render. So go to Windows, 3D arrows. I'm going to search for a model which comes with V-Ray materials. So I'm just going to search for V-Ray bottle. Go to models and click on realistic wine. I like this model. So click on download and click on yes. And place it inside your studio. So now I'm going to delete this because I don't need that image. I just need these two bottles, and I'm also going to rotate them. Next, I'm going to set up my camera so that I have good views of the bottles. So something along these lines. And to create a camera view in SketchUp, you can simply go to your scenes in your default tray and click on the plus add scene button. Now I'm going to set up some lights in my SketchUp scene. I'm going to set up two kinds of lights. One is going to be regular rectangular lights and one is the mesh light. So to place your rectangular light, you can click on here, rectangle. I'm going to click here and click the second time to place my light, and then I'm going to rotate this. Alright, so I placed my rectangle, and now I can maybe reduce the size since it's a small product. If you have a larger product like a furniture or a sofa, it makes sense to increase the size of your light as well. Now I'm going to copy this to the other side. So now I have two lights, and finally I need a light from the top as well. I'm just going to move this to the sides a bit, and I'm going to place a light from top. So that we have our main light or the key light on top and also our fill lights on the side. And then of course we have the background for our product. So once you placed your lights, it's a good idea to rename these lights. So I'm going to go to my asset editor, go to lights, and these are the various lights that I've placed. So these are the side lights. So I'm going to right click and click on rename, call this fill light, side fill lights. And this is my main light or the top light. So as you can see, they have a background, a main or key light on top, and some filler lights on the sides. So the better you mimic a real life studio, the better results you get in V-Ray as well. So once you set up the lights, now we can adjust the settings in V-Ray as well. So go to your asset editor, go to settings. Now I'm going to use the interactive mode to check my camera view and also the lighting. So switch on interactive. I'm going to switch on RTX since I have an RTX graphic card. I'm going to switch on denoiser as well and change this to NVIDIA. I'm also going to drag update FX to rapid so that I can see the denoiser applied as soon as the render happens. Finally, I'm going to go to render output, switch on save frame, and I'm going to change it to 1:1 so that I can render it for Instagram as well. So once you've switched on save frame, you can see this black part here, which essentially means that only the white part of the SketchUp view would get rendered. So now I'm going to zoom in and just sort of frame my image and then update my scene. And now I can run an interactive render. So as soon as you run an interactive render, you can see that we have a nice white background, but it's a little dark. So you can either change the camera settings in V-Ray or you can add layers as well. So we'll start with the camera settings. So go to camera and you can increase the exposure EV value to the right, which would make it slightly brighter. So that's one way to make your scene brighter. The other way is by adding VFB layers. So I'm going to add an exposure layer I'm going to increase the exposure a bit. So as soon as you increase the exposure, it becomes a little burnt out. So I'm going to reduce the highlight burns just a tad bit. I'm going to increase the contrast as well. And finally add a curve. Make an S curve here just to pop the shadows and highlights. And that seems pretty decent. I would also suggest that you guys switch off the sunlight. So go to lights. In your asset editor, click on sunlight and switch this off. And let's run an interactive render again. Alright, great. The sunlight wasn't falling on the scene, so it wasn't having much of an effect, but it would be better to switch off your sunlight as well. So once you're happy with this view, you can set it up for a final render. So I'm going to stop the render. Go to asset editor, go to settings, switch off interactive, change the quality to high, and change the denoiser to V-Ray. And also change the render output to say 1350 by 1350. And click on the render button. Alright, our render is done. Let's check how long it took. So go to stamp and you can see the render time was 3 minutes 18 seconds. So we have a final render. Now we can save this out. So click on save. You can call this wine bottle and save it as a PNG and click. So this is our final product render which we were able to create with SketchUp and V-Ray. So this is one way where you can create a product studio. Now I'm going to show you another way to create a product render, but by using a mesh light. So I'm going to make a copy of my studio and move it to the right by 25 feet, and then select my lights as well and move it by 25 feet. So they are in perfect position. So the other way is by simply selecting your box and then clicking on the mesh light option, which is part of your V-Ray lights. So once you convert this to a mesh light, then this would act as a light in itself. And now let's check how it looks with just the mesh light. So I'm going to go back to my scene. I'm going to check my V-Ray settings again because I want to switch on interactive this time. So switch on interactive, use NVIDIA, and also go to lights and make sure your mesh light is on. So now click on render with V-Ray interactive. So now you can see we have a brighter white background because everything is emissive in our scene. So if I just go to my SketchUp view and zoom out, you can see that the entire studio is lit. So I'm going to go back to scene 1. So if you like this kind of a studio lighting setup, you can go ahead and use the mesh light for your studio. So once you're happy, you can save this out. I'm just going to save an interactive render this time. So click on stop and click on save. And I'm going to call this mesh light option. So this is the mesh light option and this is the option with the rectangular lights. So you can see there's more reflection on the bottle with the rectangular lights than compared with the mesh light. You can use what works for you. Both work equally good, and I hope you found this video useful. If you'd like to see more such tutorials and also learn how to create your own interior scenes, check out the complete SketchUp and V-Ray course for interior design on our website, which is sketchupguru.com. Also, don't forget to tag us in your renders on Instagram or Twitter by hashtagging us, which is simply hashtag SketchUpGuru or hashtag SketchUpGuruRenders. Do like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the future videos. Cheers!